Hey, Ben, can you talk to Anne? She should get married soon.
Eh? Why?
Why? You know what? How old do you think she is? She's 28 years old.
Anne is on her own and independent. It's enough for me that she turned out fine. Let her do what she wants.
You're that carefree. That's why Anne doesn't want to get married. You know what? The value of a woman drops dramatically when she reaches her 30s. I don't think men would understand.
Nope. I think that's something men know better.
Stop nitpicking.
Anyway, if Anne doesn't want to get married, I don't think you have to force her to. And if she has a chance, she'd marry. It's not our business.
Grandchildren? Don't you want to see them?
I'd like to if I can. Still, you don't have to force her to get married. And your impatience won't help her get married.
Anne's childhood friend Sarah has already had her second child.
Huh. That's good for her.
Do you know how many of her old schoolmates are getting married and having kids? It's normal to think that we have one too, right?
That's up to her. I think if you're too pushy, that's gonna make her not want to get married more.
I knew it. I shouldn't have brought it up with you.
If you feel that way, don't talk to me from the beginning.
Fine, I'm responsible for getting Anne married. I was introduced to an eligible man by an acquaintance. How about him for Anne's future husband? She's not even dating anyone. I'm going to get her set up on a blind date.
Hey, does Anne know this?
I haven't told her about this yet, but I'm definitely going to make her go on this blind date. Because it's my right too.
That's very selfish of you. Why are you suddenly trying to make her get married in the first place?
It didn't happen suddenly. I've been worried about her for a long time.
I didn't see it that way.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and set Anne up with a blind date. Make sure you show up as well.
No, you'd have to get Anne's approval first. Who is this eligible man anyway? Do I know him?
No, he was introduced to me by a friend of mine. So you don't know him. He's 45 years old, but he looks young for his age. And he's also running a company.
Huh? 45 years old?
What's the problem?
We're closer to his age than she is. At least it should be someone close to Anne's age.
That's good. A mature and calm man is better. And Anne is not a modern bright girl. An older man would match her better.
Anne likes young idols.
Reality and dreams are different. I think she'll like him.
Hannah, either way, ask Anne about the blind date before you arrange it. Otherwise, I won't be there either.
I've already told my friend we're happy to arrange a blind date.
Huh? What are you doing?
It can't be helped. If I don't make a move, Anne will be single for the rest of her life. You be silent and do what I say. My daughter's life depends on it.
Several weeks later.
Hey, Ben! Pick up the phone!
I can't. I'm at work. I'll be home in a few minutes.
This is urgent! I'm having trouble getting Anne to pick up the phone.
That's because even Anne is at work.
I've been trying to reach her since yesterday, but she won't get back to me. Aren't you worried? I wonder what's going on.
No, I think she's okay. I heard from Anne in the morning.
Huh? Then why isn't she replying to me?
I think she's angry at you. You took her on a blind date without her permission.
I have to tell my friend what she wants to do next. And yet she won't call me back.
I told you Anne didn't want to get married. I think you should be thanking her for just showing up on the date.
I think she really should marry that man. Sure, he may be older than her, but he seemed nice, didn't he?
I don't know about that sort of thing. He's an old man himself, over 40, and he treated Anne like she was not young. He said, "It's easier to talk to people who are older." That's not something you say to a woman in her 20s.
He meant it as a compliment.
If so, he must be a very uncaring person. Anyway, Anne says she doesn't want to, so that means it didn't work this time. Make sure you tell your friend that she refused.
Someone that old would be a good fit for Anne.
That's what you think. It's up to Anne to decide what to do. Stop doing whatever you want.
I'm worried about her. It's better to be with someone where she wouldn't have to worry about money. I don't want her to marry an ordinary businessman like you. If you're a parent, you don't want to give her a hard time.
That means you had a hard time marrying me.
That's not what I'm saying. Anyway, tell Anne to get back to me.
I don't think it's worth it.
Help me out a little.
Hannah, what's wrong with you lately?
What?
Suddenly you start telling Anne to get married. Before that, you went into Anne's apartment without her permission. You've suddenly become obsessed with her.
Yeah? But isn't it normal to worry about your only daughter?
I think that's too intense.
Every mother would get impatient when her single daughter is about to turn 30. I'm not permissive like you.
I don't mean to be permissive. She has a decent job and she's not bothering anyone. That's good enough for me. I've said it before.
You haven't even fulfilled your role as a parent yet. Parents are responsible for their daughters until they marry. You should tell Anne even from you too. She couldn't ask for anyone better than him.
A few days later.
Where are you on your day off?
I'm at a lawyer's office.
What are you doing at the lawyer's office?
It's not your business.
I need you to call Anne right now. She's done something terrible.
Terrible?
She moved. My daughter moved without telling me. You need to scold her. I arranged another blind date with a different partner. It's terrible to disappear without permission.
Oh, that's what this is? I made her move, and I'm not living with you anymore either.
Huh? Did you make her move? What do you mean you won't live with me either?
Just like I said, Anne and I are both going to disown you. I just went to the lawyer's office to get consulting about the divorce.
What are you talking about?
Let's get a divorce.
Why are you divorcing me? What are you talking about at a time like this?
I'm telling you, the reason why Anne moved and the divorce is all your fault.
All my fault?
Listen, you think we don't know what you've been doing? Suddenly you're trying to get Anne to marry a rich older man because you wanted his money, right?
It's not just about the money. She'd be happier if she could afford to live.
Hannah, you're in debt, aren't you?
What? What are you talking about?
You don't have to play dumb. I already know all about it and so does Anne. Anne told me about it a while back. She's been giving you money for months. She was worried that my salary had dropped.
Huh?
I can't believe you lied and told her my salary went down. And asked your daughter to send some money? $1,000 a month?
You know what? That's not true. I had to find a good date for Anne. I needed money to socialize with the right people. See, Anne is paid well enough, so...
I don't need these disgusting lies. You've been having an affair for over 5 years now.
What are you talking about?
You used our savings for that guy, didn't you? But you realized that if you spent too much, I'd find out, so you went to borrow money from a loan company. But that wasn't enough, so now you extorted money from your daughter, Anne. And then you set her up on a blind date with a rich man to get him to assist you, right? Am I wrong?
It wasn't an affair. He is just an acquaintance of mine who is an investor. I was just meeting with him to learn more things.
Enough. Just stop. I'm telling you this because we have proof of the affair.
Proof?
I got a private detective to do a proper investigation. That's why I'm divorcing you. And get the hell out of my house, too.
All right. I don't care. He was just telling me he wanted to be with me as soon as possible anyway. I'm going to get rid of shabby businessman like you. Hurry up and bring me the divorce papers. I'll sign it for you.
No more excuses, huh?
I don't think it's worth it. You both set me up like this. I don't consider you guys as family. I don't need you guys. I'll live my life the way I want to.
Hannah, you need to get out of that house by the end of the month. We've already signed a contract to sell it. A few days later.
Ben, you know what? I need to talk to you about us.
Us? You and your affair partner?
No, not that. Me and you.
Me.
But we've been together for 30 years. We had fights, of course. I think we've gotten along better than we thought we would.
I'm not sure. I don't know about that. You've been having an affair for years.
It wasn't that serious of an affair.
Huh? You said you'd throw away a crappy businessman like me. You're going to be with your affair partner, aren't you?
I didn't mean it.
Oh, I see.
I didn't want to divorce you. I want to be with you again.
Hannah...
Ben, I'm sorry. I know I hurt you a lot, but I won't do this anymore. I only care about you.
You're an idiot. Don't make me laugh.
Huh?
Your affair partner dumped you, and now you're pressuring me to remarry you. Amazing. You've been cheating on me for years, ripping off my daughter. I can't believe that you're hanging on to me because you got dumped.
How did you know I broke up with my affair partner?
I told you I got a private detective. Your affair partner did the same thing to many other women. He was receiving money from them, lying that it was for an investment. Why would he beg for money and say his business was failing? Well, I mean, he's a fraud.
Why? Why didn't you tell me then when you divorced me?
Why should I tell you?
Because it means I was deceived, right? You're such a jerk. You knew from the start that I was going to be dumped, didn't you?
What's the problem?
You knew your wife was being deceived, but didn't tell anything? That's so cruel.
Which is more cruel? You were having an affair. That's a fact. We have nothing to do with you being deceived. Plus, you took my daughter's money and tried to ruin her future. What is your role as a parent? Don't ever call yourself Anne's mother again.
I tried to end the relationship too, but it dragged on. Eventually, I started helping him with his investments, so I couldn't break up with him.
Listen, I said no more excuses. You got deceived by your affair partner. And you're a shitty mother who betrayed her family and even took her daughter's money.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize to Anne. And of course to you, Ben. I owe you an apology.
That's enough. You're a stranger to me.
Forgive me. It's all my fault. Please trust me just one more time.
You're not worth believing in. I don't consider you as my family anymore, and neither does Anne. As you requested, from now on, you're on your own to do as you like. After that, my ex-wife had to pay alimony for the affair and pay back the money she took from my daughter. And she had to pay back the money she spent without permission from our joint savings. There was a little left to share in the division of property. In addition, she still has debts that she's supposed to pay back herself. She's several tens of thousands of dollars in debt and possibly bankrupt. However, she's a stranger and no longer in contact with me nor my daughter. No matter how much she begs, we will not help her. My daughter and I have moved to a place she doesn't know. Now I'm relaxing and enjoying life. I blocked all contact with my ex-wife and have her go through my lawyer, so I'm not stressed. I'll continue to work hard and support my daughter, who's doing what she loves. I want to be a supportive father in times of need.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down so we know to do better for next time. If you enjoyed yourself, consider subscribing. And if you really enjoyed yourself, maybe consider hitting that bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Thank you again. See you in the next one.